Good morning, I am Tracy Spence with your newscast. This newscast is brought to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join, believe in. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, the key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on a personal injury and immigration, weekdays 9:30 a.m., on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. Now for the news and details. Jamaica's Ministry of Tourism is reporting hotel cancellations following the executive order issued on Thursday by United States President Joe Biden that requires international air travelers to quarantine upon arrival in the United States. Delano Seawright, senior advisor in the Tourism Ministry, told reporters that the cancellations are the result of confusion about the announcement and concern about the inconvenience. However, Mr. Seawright said the executive order is in line with the recommendation of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) for travelers to quarantine. The new requirement is in addition to the rule which requires all travelers to the U.S. to test negative for COVID-19. The rule takes effect today. Mr. Seawright said the Ministry of Tourism is awaiting another set of guidelines from the U.S. in relation to testing and quarantine for travelers. Jamaica's Ministry of Health says despite a steady increase in COVID-19 cases locally, Jamaica has not experienced the spike which was anticipated as a result of the Christmas holiday period. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bisaser McKenzie says the numbers are lower than for the spike following the Emancipation and Independence holidays. Dr. Bisaser McKenzie was speaking Monday morning at a Ministry of Health press conference. Meanwhile, a multi-agency probe is now underway in Jamaica into the crash landing of an aircraft in Rocky Point, Clarendon on Saturday evening. Police and civil aviation officials spent Monday trying to locate the pilot of the aircraft as well as determining if there were any passengers aboard and why it was in Jamaica's airspace. It is also not yet known where the plane departed from, its flight plan, and what was its final intended destination. Late yesterday, the police said members of the security forces were continuing their search of areas surrounding the White Sands beach in Rocky Point. The aircraft, a Cessna XBJMR twin-engine, made a landing on the coast based on claims from citizens who reported they saw the airplane fall from the sky. Reports from the Lioneltown police are at about 7 p.m. They were summoned to the location, and on their arrival, the aircraft was spotted and checked. No passengers or cargo was seen on the plane or in its vicinity. Several checks were made at nearby hospitals, but medical personnel reported that no one arrived at their facility from the crash site. The police indicated that based on where the aircraft crash landed, it was difficult for them to secure the scene. In a media interview, William Singh said that the aircraft was registered in Mexico, but was deregistered and was not noted as having been flown since January 2005. In sports, Bangladesh completed a clean sweep of the West Indies by securing a 120-run victory on Monday in the third and final one-day cricket international. Skipper Tamim Iqbal, Shakib Al Hassan, Mushfiqur Rahim, and Mumad Dual all hit half-centuries to help Bangladesh post 297 for 6 after West Indies captain Jason Mohammed won the toss and decided to bowl first. The West Indies, however, were bowled out for 177 in 44.2 overs, with Bangladesh's bowlers denying them any significant partnerships. And that is it for the news. This newscast came to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, the key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 9:30 a.m., on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. On behalf of the news and production team, I am Tracy Spence. Do have a good morning.